I remember there was this one passage of text I came across right before completing God of War which left me confused, pondering its meaning, but I forgot about it up until recently. To my surprise, replaying the game on Give Me God of War difficulty not only gave me really cool items, but gave me finally the long sought answer, and guys, it's huge and could play a big part in the sequel. I'm referring to this piece of text found within Jotunheim. Now, even at first glance, this was huge because this gave fans theorizing on Faye's potential return after reading The Guardian returns once the indestructible Baldur dies. However, for me it raised two important questions. Firstly, who on earth is the champion, and secondly, are the Jotnar really referring to Faye returning, or perhaps something else? Let's discuss the champion in this video, and I'll make another video for the second question. Part of the quote reads, "We wait for deliverance and justice, we wait for a champion, we will wait for word that gods grow good." Now obviously I knew this prophecy was referring to either Kratos or Atreus, but who exactly it was referring to would imply completely different meanings and therefore a different story for God of War Ragnarok. In lore and legends, Atreus references this exact prophecy but adds some input this time. "I know that gods can be good, Tyr was good, but with mother gone, can father now be that champion? Or maybe it's supposed to be me." So Atreus himself is unsure on who is the champion, is it him or is it Kratos? While again this does not answer the question, it at least lets us know Atreus is aware that one of them will have to act as a redeemer of sorts. But again, this was not enough for me. I wanted to know exactly who it was, as my theory depended on it. I almost forgot about it entirely until I finally got the courage to play my second playthrough on Give Me God of War. I was at one of the dwarves shops when suddenly a new item was unlocked. I was shocked as to what the item read. You guys guessed it, Tunic of the Champion. I just want to say I was so relieved when I finally found an answer. I was looking for one for ages, because not only does this confirm Atreus is the champion, it indirectly hints at another potential plot point. So I want to focus on this part of the quote, "We will wait for word that gods grow good." I believe this is foreshadowing of what is to come in Ragnarok. Now I am fully aware people are convinced Atreus will either turn evil or at least somewhat embrace it in the sequel. Personally, I don't doubt that, but I can't see him turning fully evil. Here's why. Alright, are you guys listening? This could be incredible. If Sony Santa Monica decides to go down this path, this could be insane. I believe gods grow good is not only a reference to the Aesir and Vanir growing good, but also indirectly of Kratos' bloodline. What do I mean? Think about it like this. Kratos' bloodshed was a byproduct of his bloodline. Kronos wanted to kill his son Zeus, Zeus wanted to overthrow his father, while Kratos shared the same will and in the end brought the end of both. Kratos' rage never dampened until he continued the cycle. You could even argue his rage depended on him completing his destined task of killing to be free of it. Based on the above trend, it would be plausible to predict Atreus will continue the cycle, as after all we even saw a glimpse of Atreus attacking Kratos even if his intent wasn't to kill him. But that's exactly the point. Atreus is fighting his destiny, attempting to break the cycle of the father-son warfare, as a means to cleanse the stigma not only around his bloodline but that of all gods, to be like Tyr. He's trying to grow good, not that he's inherently evil or anything, but that his true nature, as Freya says, runs in him and clashes with his will to do good, which he inherited from his mother's side. Just like it did for Kratos or Zeus, but they submitted to it. We even see Atreus regretful on how his nature was changing and steering towards evil. That's the prime example of him rejecting it. Because he's not like his ancestors, he's like his mother, and he wants to do good. Again, if Sony Santa Monica decides to go down this path, I think it would be absolutely genius, because remember when Kratos said, "The cycle ends here when he kills Baldur"?
The cycle ends here. We must be better than this.
Well, the cycle would literally end this time, if of course he fights his true nature. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Will Atreus succeed, or will he submit to his nature just like Kratos did? If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe, it would mean a lot to me. Be on the lookout for part 2, as I will be addressing the second question in the next video. See you guys.